Good morning, everyone. This is Teacher Joanna, and I will be your teacher in Hele. Now, before we start our lesson, let us first have these words. Are you ready? Okay, very good. So, let us read the following words. Everyone, let us read decorative. Again, decorative. And then we have race. Again, race. Okay, and then we have livelihood. Everyone, let us read livelihood. Okay, so the words are race, decorative, and livelihood. Now, do you know the meaning of the words? Okay, so let us know the meaning of the words. Are you ready? Are you ready to listen? Okay, very good. So, here are the meaning of the words. So, when we say raise, meaning that is increasing. When we say decorative, meaning serving to make something look more attractive. That is decorative. Do you understand? Serving to make something look more attractive. And then we have livelihood. Livelihood means of securing necessities of life. That is livelihood. Do you understand me? Okay, so today we are going to talk about the types of outdoor gardens. Okay, so what are we going to talk about? The types of outdoor gardens. Now, what do you want to learn? What are the types of outdoor gardens? How many outdoor gardens do we have? Okay. Okay, so we are going to answer those questions at the end of this lesson. Now, are you ready to listen? Okay, very good. So today we are going to talk about the types of outdoor gardens, meaning these gardens are outdoors. Okay, so first we have to know what is the meaning of garden. So, or gardening, okay? So when we say gardening, gardening is one livelihood activity that includes raising trees and fruit trees, ornamental plants, medicinal and herbal plants, fruits, vegetables, and other crops. That is gardening. Now let me ask you, do you have a garden at home? Okay, very good. So again, everyone, what is gardening? It is one livelihood activity that includes raising trees and fruit trees, ornamental plants, medicinal and herbal plants, fruits, vegetables, and other crops. Now, let's talk about the types of outdoor garden. So there are two types of outdoor garden. The first one is the ornamental garden or ornamental gardening, which includes raising different plants for decorative purposes. That is ornamental gardening or ornamental garden, meaning the plants there is for decoration purposes. Do you understand? Okay, so you raise different plants for decorative purposes. That is ornamental garden. And then we have the vegetable garden or the vegetable gardening, which includes raising different vegetables, fruits, and other crops. Now, here in vegetable garden, we plant vegetables, we plant fruits, and other crops. What are the vegetables that you know? Okay, what are the vegetables in your garden? Okay, very good. You have squash there. What else? Okra, yes. Yes, you have kangkong. Okay, what else? Sweet potato. Okay, how about the fruits? What are the fruits in your garden? You have star fruit. Oh, you have jackfruit. Very good. Okay, so how about crops? Do you have crops? Okay, do you have corn? Okay, very good. So in a vegetable garden, you raise different vegetables. Not just vegetables, we also raise fruits there and other crops. Do you understand? So what are the two types of our outdoor gardening or outdoor garden? We have the ornamental garden and the vegetable garden. Now, ornamental garden. So there are different ornamental garden and we are going to talk about that too. Do you understand? So, are you ready to listen? Okay, very good. So let's talk about the kinds of ornamental garden. Okay, so the first is the container garden. Container garden, plants are grown in a container. So here in the container garden, plants are grown in a container like earthenware dishes, clay pots, rubber boxes, and recyclable cans. That is a container garden. There is a container where we plant those plants. Do you understand me? Okay, we use container like the earthenware dishes, the clay pots, the rubber boxes, and the recyclable cans. That is container garden. And then we have the formal flower garden. Now, in formal flower garden, it is consist of flower beds laid out in a balanced and regular arrangement. Now, the flowers here are laid out in balanced and regular arrangement. That is formal flower garden. Do you understand? Okay, very good. And then we have the informal. If we have formal, of course, we have the informal flower garden. Now here, it is consist of beds of flowers arranged in a casual and irregular manner. If in the formal flower garden we have balanced and regular arrangement, here in informal flower garden, the flowers here are arranged in casual or irregular manner. Do you understand me? Okay, very good. And then we have the rock garden. Here in rock garden, it is a combination of rocks and plants arranged to create a theme or a scenario. From the name itself, rock garden, of course, we use rocks here. Okay, combination of rocks and plants to arrange to create a theme or a scenario. That is a rock garden. Do you understand? Okay, very good. And then we have the water garden. Here in water garden, this is a body of water, usually a pool or a man-made pond, okay, in which plants that live in water are grown. Do you understand? Okay, in water garden, of course, the plants that grows in water are the only plants that grows here. So, usually, we use the pool or a man-made pond. Do you understand? Okay, very good. And then we have the wildflower garden. Now, here in the wildflower garden, this type of garden is made up of native flowers which can be inexpensive and easy to grow. So in wildflower garden, the flowers here are inexpensive because they are just easy to grow. Do you understand me? We only use native flowers here. Okay, it is made up of native flowers which can be inexpensive. So native flowers are usually inexpensive and easy to grow. So those are the types or the kinds of ornamental garden. Again, we have the container garden, the formal flower garden, the informal flower garden, the rock garden, the water garden, and the wildflower garden. So what are the two types of garden? We have the ornamental garden and the vegetable garden. Okay, so what is gardening, everyone? This is one livelihood activity that includes raising trees and fruit trees. What else? Ornamental plants, medicinal and herbal plants, vegetables, and other crops. Do you understand? Okay, so now I have your questions and we are going to answer these questions. Now, are you ready? Okay, so here is my question. What is gardening? Everyone, what is gardening? When we say gardening, it is a livelihood activity in which, okay, we raise what? We raise trees, fruit trees, ornamental plants, medicinal and herbal plants, vegetables, and other crops. Do you understand? Okay, that is gardening. And then, what are the different kinds of ornamental garden? So, what are the different kinds of ornamental garden? We have container garden, we have the formal flower garden, we have the informal flower garden, we have the rock garden, we have what else? We have the water garden, and the wildflower garden. Okay, and also, what are the types of garden? Okay, we have the ornamental garden and the vegetable garden. Okay, so what did you learn today? So, today we have learned about gardening or the types of garden. Of course, gardening is a livelihood activity wherein we raise trees, fruit trees, ornamental plants, medicinal and herbal plants, vegetables, and crops. Now, there are two types of garden. We have the ornamental garden and the vegetable garden, wherein the ornamental garden is we raise plants for decorative purpose here, while in vegetable garden, we raise vegetables, fruits, and crops. Ornamental garden have different kinds of garden. So in ornamental garden, we have the container garden, the formal flower garden, the informal flower garden, the rock garden, the water garden, and the wildflower garden. Now, if you really did understand the lesson, let us proceed to your practice exercise. So, your practice exercise is you're going to answer pre-test letter A, page 71. That is your practice exercise. And here is your evaluation. Your evaluation is answer post-test letter A, page 79. So let me remind you, please answer your practice exercise and your evaluation because Teacher Joanna will check it. Do you understand? And also, your assignment is what are the different types of garden. So don't forget to do your assignment. Okay, thank you for listening. See you in the next video. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone.